On April 9th, 2020, at approximately 2:46 p.m., officers with the IMPD were dispatched to 1803 Edinburgh Square on a domestic disturbance. 3 officers approached the apartment door. They knocked. Shots were fired through the structure, striking Officer Brianne Leith. Other officers pulled her and another victim down a staircase to safety. IEMS responded and transported our officer to Eskenazi Hospital. Despite the best life-saving techniques, Officer Leith was pronounced deceased. Today we mourn the loss of a strong and well-respected officer. An officer that had a desire to be a police officer since she was a child. Officer Leith was kind and loving as a mother of a young child herself. She's the daughter of a family that's been devoted to public safety. She's been a lifelong resident of Indianapolis. She was a graduate of Southport High School. She's 24 years of age. She's also in the Army National Guard as a veteran. She's described as a dedicated officer who showed compassion for the community. She is the example of the type of officer we want on this department. I'm going to turn the podium over to Mayor Joe Hogsett for comments.
Thank you, Chief. Long ago it was written, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." These are the words that provide hope when confronted with loss. These are the words that we must turn to in faith, because our own words are inadequate tonight. This afternoon at 2:46 p.m., a call went out on the radio. There could be no doubt to any who heard it that danger lay on the other end of that address. For so many of us, danger is a thing to be avoided. Not so for Officer Brianne Leith. That's because rather than turn away, Officer Leith turned toward the danger. She heard the call, and she went bravely toward that which could do her harm. Because she knew if she didn't, harm may come to others. Service over self, sacrifice in the name of safety, a thin blue line that is often overlooked but never wavers. These are the principles that guided Officer Leith. These are the principles that guided her every morning when she woke up, put on her uniform, and lived out the oath to protect and serve the people of our community. On this day, Maundy Thursday, in the middle of the holiest week of this year, Officer Leith made the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of her brothers and her sisters, and made the ultimate sacrifice for an ever grateful city. Tonight we mourn the loss of a true hero whose name will forever remind us of the honor, the courage, and the strength of our police officers in the face of such senseless violence. I want to say one final thing to the people of the city of Indianapolis. Tonight at 8 p.m., we had planned to light our city blue in support of those first responders who are dedicating their lives to public service in the midst of the COVID-19 outbreak. First responders like Officer Breanne Leith. I am asking that all flags in the city of Indianapolis be lowered to half-staff. And at 8 p.m. tonight, when Monument Circle and other buildings throughout our city are lit up in blue, I am asking that each and every resident of our city find a way to remember the sacrifice of Officer Leith and shower our IMPD family with gratitude as they deal with this unthinkable tragedy. Light a candle, say a prayer, hug your family, and in that moment, remember how lucky we are to have brave men and brave women like Officer Leith. In our city tonight and every night, let us wrap our city's arms around her family, all of her loved ones, and let us wrap our city's arms around our police department so that they may feel the love of a grateful city, forever indebted to the actions of a brave woman. Amen.
Just a couple quick updates. Our Fraternal Order of Police Critical Incident Memorial Response Team has been fully activated through the state, Indiana State FOP. They will begin taking steps in line with their responsibilities to honor our hero officer and to also honor her family. In addition to that, the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department will have the full support and resources of our local, state, and national Fraternal Order of Police during this time. And there will be some unique steps that will have to be taken due to the current environment, and we will be working diligently to step through that with our media partners and the public. As a personal note, we would ask humbly that our residents, as they always do, step forward and reaffirm your support for our officers who continue to stand the line. We've been talking about it during this COVID experience that our officers' resolve is intact. They have not wavered, nor will they, and their resolve will continue. We're heartbroken tonight, and we're going to have some challenges that lie ahead of us. But make no mistake, we will continue to stand that line and protect our city as part of our honoring Officer Leith and her family. Just recently, I shared with people that while we're sad, and for a short period of time we drop our heads, the evil one thinks that he caught us with our head down. He will then see us and hear us say amen and move forward. So we ask our community join us in doing that and help support this family and our Blue Line family. Thank you.
We'll open it up to questions. Those questions will be answered by Assistant Chief Bailey, Deputy Chief Barker, and possibly Commander Riddle as well. Chris?
Any questions?
How long was she on the force?
2.5 years. 2.5 years.
Any update on the second person who was shot?
I don't have a condition on her, but it didn't seem life-threatening the last update that I received.
Not like.
Not life-threatening.
Any additional information information on any other suspects?
No other suspects. One suspect is in custody right now at the homicide office for questioning, but we're not looking for anything else, and there are no current public safety threats.
What can you tell us about the details of that initial assault? What were the circumstances? What the officers? How long were they on scene before shots were fired?
I don't have that information right now. It's still being gathered by the critical incident response team. We'll hopefully have an update over the next 24, 48 hours for you.
You said she has a long background in law enforcement. Can you tell us, or her family has a relationship with law enforcement? Can you tell us about that?
I believe her mother was a longtime 911 dispatcher, and her father is currently a Marion County Sheriff's deputy.
Do we have any information about the relationship between the suspect and the victim?
I don't right now.
Just to go over once again, you said this was a domestic call, 2:46 this afternoon. 3 officers responded. 2 officers pulled her down the stairs after being shot.
That's my understanding right now, but this is still a ongoing new investigation, and facts could change as it moves forward, but that's my understanding. That was a domestic violence call. 3 officers responded. Shots were fired before the officers had even made contact with anybody that I know of, and then she was rescued or brought to safety by the 2 other officers that were with her.
Is it typical to have that many officers respond to a domestic calls typically?
Yeah, it's not unusual.
What kind of domestic call was this? Husband and wife? Or?
I don't have that information right now. Still, all that's being gathered right now.